Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKodash. I want to send double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I want to send much peace, love, and salutations to you, Akim, out there pushing the word and glory of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and truth. This is the brother Ariala, just doing a quick ride and talk. Headed to the plantation. And, I titled this Cast Not Thy Pearls, man. The scriptures talk about cast not thy pearls before swine, lest they turn around and rend you. And, it makes me think about, sometimes the best thing to do with someone who is not receiving of the word or is not going to receive of the word, or basically you see that the Most High has closed their eyes and closed their ears, is to not reply or to not stretch forth your hand anymore to that person. Don't cast your pearls to that person. Least what? Least they turn around and rend you. Sometimes the best thing to do to teach the congregation about how to deal with certain things or certain people is to completely cast it off or ignore it. That's what the lesson is, for the congregation. I remember dealing with scoffers years ago, and dealing with people who just not going to receive the word years ago. And one of the things that I noticed from the apostles and elder bishops is certain things or certain people they just completely ignored because it was just a waste of energy, and it was a bad example for them to set, as far as us dealing. There's many aspects to war. War is not just offense. War is not just attacking. War, there's offense, there's attacking, there's defense, there's counter surveillance, all right, and surveillance, okay? There's timings, there's seasons, there's many aspects to war. And even so, this spiritual war that we're in, there's more than just attacking, I think it's important for bros to be mindful, important for all of us to be mindful to not be reactionary towards everything. But sometimes you got to just settle and let Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai do what he's going to do. Everybody, you come into this truth and you're excited and you want to tell every single person about this truth. And then you quickly realize that it's not meant necessarily for your mama, your dad, or your brother, your sibling. It might be very close to you, or your classmates or your co-workers. And you cast your pearls before swine, and now you got an agent on your hands. You got somebody who's willing to set you up just because they disagree or they feel like what you believe is a threat to their own ego. So we just, scriptures tell us to know when to hold our tongue and hold our peace towards certain things. The tongue is a weapon, okay? So we have to be mindful not to always want to rebuttal or attack or get on this or get on that. We have to think broader in the sense of how does this fit into the spiritual war, Or am I just doing this because I want to? Everything counts in the spirit and everything matters in the spirit. And, it's important for us to be keen, to be sharp, and to be eloquent, so to speak, in the mindset of knowing what the spirit wants, or not eloquent, discerning. It's a better word. Okay. That's very, very important, because we're going to have situations where you're going to have situations where people are going to attack you. They're going to attack your character. They're going to lie. They're going to do all types of things to get you to react. But you have to understand that everything takes its time. Even when Yahweh Shai was up on the cross, he understood the time. He understood what must needed to be done for the overall war. And in like manner, we have to be mindful of that as well. I think a lot of times we jump up and we want to react to everything, and we feed and we flame something that's unnecessary and it's not edifying, you know? Certain people are out of there, they just out of there. Okay? Let them be out of there. You know, a lot of these scoffers, they stay alive through the interaction that Akiam give. Like, a lot of these people we wouldn't even know about, but GMS promotes them indirectly by needing to respond to every single thing, you know. And so sometimes we have to be mindful of the overall effect of our tongue and our actions, and how there's spirit in the word, and it can give life. Brothers give life to the enemy. You know, so certain things are absolutely they're worthy of response, and it's edifying to go and break it down further, and it's needful for those who really and seriously and truly want to know the breakdowns. But sometimes you have to understand the aspects of spiritual war, and know where to put the power at. Okay, that Revelation 22:11 is the perfect one. The water. And so we have to know, certain people, you just let them alone. And then other people you might engage when needful. Okay? But every time we put our tongue on something, we put our mouth on something, we stir up a spirit. Okay? These words and this spiritual battle, everything that's going on in it is very important, man. It's very important. I remember when, they were scoffing and putting up information on the Apostle Tahar. I would never forget this because it impacted me so heavily, and he never responded. He didn't even trip on it. He didn't even give it no energy. And it died down because the only purpose of it was meant to attack his ego, to get him to react, And I used to respond to that stuff because I was immature. But that was something I had to grow up into. Okay? And so we're in this spiritual battle. We're in this spiritual war. Brothers, be mindful not to cast your pearls before swine, lest they turn around and rend you. And you get into something back and forth that's just spiritually draining and unnecessary. And it really doesn't forward anything within the ministry, except another person's own strife, another person's own, delusion. Don't give life to unnecessary scoffers. Let them die where they're at. Okay? Let them dead people lie where they're at and see how they do on their own. Because that's really what a lot of these people are scrambling for. The back and forth with the brotherhood, because there's life in the brotherhood. And they need it to continue, and they need it to have purpose. All right, let them find their own purpose without the energy and the life of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua amongst the brotherhood. Be mindful of that. Okay, so I just really wanted to talk about that real quick as I was driving. I was thinking about it yesterday, and there's going to be a lot of times where it's going to get more, where there's going to be a lot of personal attacks, and people want to poke at certain brothers, and because they want that brother's energy, they want that brother's spirit, and they need that back and forth with that brother. That's why it says at least they turn around and rend you, And so I just admonish brothers to don't engage with bullshit artists, don't engage with people or maybe that you're close to and your family, and they ain't getting this word. Hey, bro, you're not gonna be able. They ain't gonna get it. And there's certain people, they just ain't gonna get it. They got what they got. They think they know what they know. Okay. Bye. Ala la vista and Chavez to you. So it is what it is, man. So, man, but the water to all of you that posted scriptures pertaining to this topic, the water, man. I just wanted to just mention that real quick. Lord willing is edifying. Call hello, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakah Hakwadash. Double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to Yakim out there, pushing the glory of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah in sincerity and truth. Shalom.